Well, howdy, folks. I'm Beeman, and we're continuing our art venture again. Today, I got something. I was gonna say special, but I don't know how special it actually is. But I actually got some new art supplies, kind of. I mean, they're new, but they're not anything too extravagant. I've seen a couple of videos of people using these, and they happened to be marked down the other day, so I got some. Um, it's called the Tombow Fudenosuke, or if you've played Onimusha, you know it's pronounced Fudenosuke, much like Samanosuke. But that's a whole separate thing. And then these neon things were marked down like 60 something percent, so I grabbed these as well. Figured I'd give them a test because I kind of like doing my little coloring in thing. That's kind of fun. I like doing that. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna try out these Fudenosuke pens. There's I don't know which one's which, but one of them's got a hard nib, one of them's got a soft nib, and this I guess has two soft nibs, but half of it's gray. I don't know. So let's give that a go. First we'll peel this package apart. And of course it won't come apart completely, so that's always good. Alright, there we go. Jeez, make a mess. Alright, cooperate. Okay. You think I'd be able to open a package, but nope. Alright. These ones are at least forgiving. You just gotta, one of these, what do you call this, clamshell package or whatever. Bam, open, ready, good to go. But first we're gonna focus on, we'll set these aside. First we're gonna focus on these. Let's see. I'm gonna set aside this dual-sided thing real quick, because I don't think I need the gray. And they're both soft nibs, so we'll figure out which one of these is soft and which one of these is hard. They both just say, well, this one says, okay, this one says WSBH black. Probably can't see that on the camera. Woo. Whatever. And this one says WSBS, so I'm guessing the gnarly kind of green one is the soft, and this blue one's probably the hard. So let's give it a go. Ooh. All right. Okay. So the tip is kind of like, it feels almost like felt, but it's not quite. But you could put a little pressure on it, and then it kind of makes thicker lines, depending on how your pressure's going. I kind of like that. It's almost like a fountain pen. So that's interesting. What's a soft tip feel like? I just realized I made a little disgruntled face. Well, the soft nib is bigger. Okay. You hold it down, does it really start to soak in? Not really. Not as much as I thought it might. It does feel kind of weird having the tip of it bend out though. It's probably going to take a little getting used to write with. But this is what I've seen people doing with it. You could do really light, small marks. Or if they... Sometimes it kind of feels like the ink isn't coming out very well. It's probably just because it's new. Or maybe it's because I film these videos in my garage and it's pretty cold out here, so that's probably a factor for the ink flow. It's a cold day today. Kind of torn. Which do I like the most of the two? Well, the hard nib feels more like an actual pen, and you can do similarly fine lines. I don't know. I kind of like them. It's a little weird. It's probably going to take me a little getting used to, but let's do our coloring thing over here. First, we'll do the pumpkin with the soft tip. Let's see what I feel about it. Okay, got a little bit of a dry spot here. Oh yeah, that's definitely interesting. Let's try to get, oh man. This is definitely going to take some practice. You put just a tiny bit of pressure on this and your lines get fat quick. Okay. I do kind of like the feel of it. It's a little weird. I'm used to using, let's see, do I still got my pen on me? I do have a pen on me. I usually keep a pen in my pocket. I'm used to the hard, metal ballpoint tips, so it's a little weird getting used to something that flexes a little bit under your pressure. Okay, now let's do our Charlie Brown Christmas tree over here. Let's do kind of a big one. Oh, we don't have a brown over here. These are the neon colors, so I didn't, the basic colors were not on sale. So we're just going to fill in the trunk with black. Interesting. Kind of fills in okay, but much like a marker, it sometimes feels like the ink isn't flowing out quite right. That's okay. I kind of almost learned how to draw a star. Look at that. I think I did that a couple videos ago when I did the Sharpies versus the closet markers. Okay. I do gotta say, it feels really weird. I guess I already said that, but having a flexible... I've never really used fountain pens, so I'm not used to that feeling of like a flexible nib or whatever you call it. I feel like I need to change up my whole strategy for making lines. Because it feels kind of awkward writing up. Like it's trying to stab into the paper, but it's kind of like a soft material, so it's not capable of stabbing into the paper. Whoops. If that makes sense to anybody. Okay. Got giant Christmas tree lights going. Okay, that one's not going to have any color to it. Well, one good thing about the neon colors over here to the side, is that they'll be more bright, I guess. All right. I would say, just based on drawing with these things, they feel kind of okay. I mean, I'm still not great at drawing, but it's definitely going to take a little getting used to, but I like them. I can't wait to practice some more with these. And to help, I've got these, which these say they're the hard tips, so that's interesting. Now, first, let's give the gray a try. Is this the gray side? Oh, yeah. Interesting. I don't know when I would ever need a gray pen, but whatever. And then the other side is just the same. The black, all right. It's kind of weird that they, like, why would they even make this? It's such a weird, but whatever. Let's just yank these out of here. We will start, put my black pens to the side, with the orange, because why the heck not? Oh, this is super neon. Just tripping my eyes out. Maybe neon pens were not the move. It's creating like a trippy optical illusion in my brain. It's like, what is reality? It's like I'm staring into another dimension with this super bright orange. But at the very least, I figure these hard tip pens, even if I don't really like coloring with them, which I don't dislike coloring with them, to be honest. I mean, so far anyways. I can use them to help practice, to further practice with the hard nib. I just use them to draw some very, very omni-bright sketches. Off camera, of course. Probably nobody wants to see me drawing some omni-bright doodles, terrible doodles. I am still quite terrible at the drawing, but that's okay. I feel like I advance a tiny bit every day. Because look, I got Christmas lights over here. I didn't even think to do Christmas lights the first couple of times I drew a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. So we are getting better, a little bit at a time. I hope I'm not putting too much pressure on these. I wonder how easy it is to break a Fudenosuke. Well, I'll probably find out at some point, because I tend to be pretty heavy-handed when I'm writing. It's part of the reason I never tried a fountain pen, because I feel like I just tear up the paper. Let's go with this Omni-Bright highlighter yellow. Oh yeah, look how bright that crap is. Whew. It does kind of pick up the black ink a tiny bit. I don't think it's a major problem, but maybe that's just my eyes playing tricks on me. I don't know. Let's get our Christmas tree topper over here real quick. with the yellow, it's almost hard to see. Got all these lights all around me, so it's kind of hard to see exactly if I'm missing spots. But my eyes are also terrible, so it's kind of, I don't know. It's whatever, I guess. Alright. Omni-bright, neon, yellow pumpkin. Let's use the green over here. As expected, the green doesn't really have a neon situation. You can't really make green neon, can you? I don't know. I don't think so. Well, let's do some quick little movie magic situation here to fill in this tree with the green, because it's going to take forever. I'm sure nobody wants to watch me sitting here just doing this for 10 minutes. So, yeah. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Speed it up. Alright, so, I got the green colored in. I figure I can speak while doing the rest of it, because this should be a lot quicker. It's not terrible. I kind of preferred the way the Sharpies felt gliding across the paper, if I'm perfectly honest. I think these hard nibs are a little... I really like the color coming out of this crazy thing. Anyways, sometimes it feels like it's picking up the black, but then it just kind of like fades out a little bit. I don't know what that's about, but I appreciate it. It's like the black ink knows to... I'm not here trying to mess up the colors, man. Then it just fades away. It does feel a little awkward to color in with, because the nib is small enough. It's got this like plastic coating around much of it, so you only get this little tiny bit at the very tip that's actually laying down any ink. So it does feel kind of like it's limiting the amount of surface area you can cover. So it's definitely not the best choice for if you was doing a lot of, like, if you was get one of them adult coloring books or whatever for space out and get your color on. There's probably better markers out there for that. But these aren't terrible. I can't remember what the normal price for these things was. I got them for like $6. Would I say they were worth $6? I don't know. I don't really think so. Then again, I tend to be kind of cheap, so. I guess that just sort of happens as you get older. You start looking at the price of things and you go, really? Back in my day? It's one of my grandma's favorite things to say to me when I was a kid. She used to tell me stories about how she grew up in the 40s or the 30s and the 40s. And back then, you could go see a movie and get a slice of pie for a nickel. Something like that. Nowadays, my equivalent is, I guess, just... what would it be? I guess in the 90s, you could rent a game for like $5 and have it for a week. But even that wasn't necessarily true. When Blockbuster first opened up, it was like $5 and you kept the game for 2 days, so it was kind of a waste. Let's see. I can't do the green for the Christmas lights. Let's do a couple more orange Christmas lights. Decorations here. So anyways, all my weird old man rambling aside, what is the deal here? Okay, do another. Let me set these up here. Hopefully they're visible. Oh, this is the black one. All right there. So I don't know what to do with my hands. So what do I think of these? The barrel of this one is weird. It's like black, but it's also kind of got like a green thing to it. I don't know. Maybe that's just my brain being dumb. So what do I think of these Fudenosuke pens? I like the black ones. They feel kind of weird, so it's going to take some practice to get used to them. I like that you can... I mean, I'm not very good at it yet, but I like that you can vary your line thickness with them. Oh, the soft one is super noticeable. Oh, yeah. I feel like almost like I could do calligraphy with this thing. I think I like the soft nib more than I like the hard nib, but the hard nib is more consistent because there's less line variation. So it only gets a little bit thicker. Then again, I don't know. I think that's going to take me, I'm going to have to practice with these things off camera for a bit to really wrap my head around them, I think. Would I say it's worth investing in these over a ballpoint? Or like a gel pen? I don't know. I think for me, my untrained eyes and hands, I would say the gel pens are much cheaper, so you could definitely get more mileage out of them. And on that thought, just a basic pencil, you get even more mileage than that. Although if you're doing coloring, like, let's try this. Does this pick up the graphite? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it kind of does. I lied. Kind of does a little bit. It picks up the graphite a little bit. So yeah, if you're trying to color stuff in, I think a gel pen is probably just fine. Do these pick up the gel pen ink? Well, let's find out. You know, let's do the hot pink. Kind of. But I wouldn't say they picked it up more. Ooh, the thicker lines definitely picks it up. I don't know if I would say that's picking up the ink more so than it was picking up the Fudenosuke ink. I do really like that you could just press down and go a little slower and you get really fat lines. I enjoy that very much. Let's do the neon red over here. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the colored Fudenosuke's. I like the black ones. I'm not really digging the colored ones. See, that totally picked up. I don't even know if that picks up on camera, but that smeared the Fudenosuke ink a little bit. So I don't really know if you're just supposed to give it more time to dry out or... I don't know. I do like these pens though. I got this pack with these three for, I think it was $5 and some change. So if you can get them marked down, I think it's pretty interesting to write and draw with them. drawing. Oof. Oh, yeah. Okay. The hard nib is better for writing. The soft nib is a little bit awkward. My lines are just a little bit too fat. Would I use these to write anything, actually? Probably not. Are they good for drawing? Yeah, but I need to practice with them. So, I don't know. I guess that's the takeaway from this video is that the Fudenosuke pens are interesting, but I think I'm too... Which the heck way was this in there? I am too uneducated and unpracticed, unskilled, let's say, to really know how to make use of the nib. So I think these are going to sit for a little bit. It was interesting to try them out, though, so... What the heck am I doing? Anyways, I guess that's about it for now. Make sure all these caps are on. So yeah, let's I guess that's it for this video. Should I I fumble over my face for a little bit here. Would I recommend buying some of these pens to anybody who's just getting started with their art venture like I am? Probably not. I'd just stick with the pencil. If you're a noob like I am, and you're just trying to figure it out and you're still learning, just stick with the cheap pencil. That'll do fine. Fancy pens, you can always get fancy pens later on in life. I wouldn't worry about that anytime soon. So I guess that's my verdict. This video's gone long enough, so I'll stop it here. See ya.